Hi, I'm Dia and you guys are watching Dianosaur. I know I look like a mess. That is because my life is a mess right now. I have my practical exam on Wednesday and I still haven't made all the TLM that I have to make. TLM means teaching learning material. So I don't know when I'm gonna get those, get things made. Anyway, let's not talk about all that. Let's come to the video. So today I'm gonna tell you about the popular books that I still haven't read, and I am planning to read them in the year of 2023. So yeah, let's get on with it. So the first book that I want to read that has been on my TBR since maybe 2020 is Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. So this book is about revenge and all that. Like this is the only classic that I want to read. The other classics that I've read, those I felt like I was supposed to read, and that's why I read. But this is the one that I feel like that I want to read it, and I'll find enjoyment in the book. And yeah, so it's the only reason I haven't gotten to it is because I have the book over there. I'm just too lazy to take out the book and show you guys. uh so the only reason I haven't read the book is because it's chunky. It's like this thick, like a dictionary. So that's the only reason I haven't gotten to it yet. So, and also because it's a classic, and that too a French classic. It has been translated. So I'm always, translations, they don't seem to work for me. But because this is a classic, so it has been translated for a while now, and like it has been revised and edited and all that stuff. So I feel that I will enjoy it, but still it's kind of scary. So yeah, that is the first book. Second, we have Jade City by Fonda Lee. I have the book over here, somewhere over here. Wait, let me show you the book so that I won't have to edit the picture onto the frame, which I hate doing. So this is the book Jade City by Fonda Lee. And yeah, this blew up on the internet like in 2020, I think, or 2021. I don't remember exactly, but it blew up on BookTube. Like it was a big thing, huge thing. And I waited for the hype to die down because first it was not available on Amazon at a reasonable rate. Like it was 1,000 or something. The price was really high. I find that 500 is a reasonable amount to shell out for a book. But if it becomes 1,000, I can't justify using so much money, like putting so much money behind a book. And yeah, I could have bought the ebook, but I didn't. I kind of liked the cover and I was waiting for the price to go down. So anyway, first reason was the price was you know too high, and second reason was that I wanted the hype to go down because everyone was talking about it and I was kind of you know tired of hearing about it everywhere. So I was like, okay, the hype will go down, and then I can form my own opinion on the book. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if that makes sense or not because I am the kind of person who gets really swayed by hype. And I at times I feel like if I had read the book at a different time when the hype was not there, I would have had a different experience with the book or something like that. So yeah, that's why I waited for the hype to go down. So anyway, I'm still looking forward to reading the book and I feel I really enjoy it. I read the first chapter or the first little bit, the first 2-3 pages, and it was really good. Like I liked the writing, I liked where things were going. So yeah, I can't wait to get to it next year. So next we have His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman. Is it His Dark Material or His Dark Materials? Material, I think. Again, I'm so sorry. This is another poorly researched video. So yeah, by this time you guys have gotten used to it. Anyway, so His Dark Material. I have the book over there. I don't want to point the camera over there because it's a mess over there. So yeah, you guys are not ready for that kind of mess. So I have had the book since 2019, 2018 or 19, I don't remember, but when I first started reading again, like after the huge gap between 2016 and 2018. So at that time I got the it's a bind up of the three in a hardcover, and it's really beautiful, and that is one of the reasons why I'm not, like eager to read the book, because I have very sweaty hands, and while reading the books they get a bit damp around the edges and it becomes warped and it looks really weird and bad. I don't mind doing that to paperbacks, but it's a nicely bound hardcover. I don't want it to get, like spoiled or anything like that. I know that is a very shallow reason to not read a book, but I'll read it. Next year for sure, I'll read it. You guys, you will hold me accountable if I don't read it. Like, you'll, set me. I don't know, no, no, no. I don't want to take a punishment. No, please, no. God, no. Anyway, we'll move on to the next one. So, next one is not that popular on booktube, like Jade City or something like that. Is there a mosquito near my head? Fucking mosquito. Oof. So we have the next one is Daughter of the Forest by Juliet Marillier. So this book, I took part in the, what was it called, the read along in November that I did, Once Upon a Readathon, hosted by Hannah Blackwell. So in that readathon, there was this prompt to read one retelling, and many people were reading this book. And I had also planned to read this book, but I'm a mood reader. My mood changed, and I was like, I'll read something else. I won't read this book. So I have been hearing about this book for a while now. Jean Bookish Thoughts, I think that's the name of her channel. She was the first who got this book on my radar, and I have been meaning to read it since then, but as usual the book was not available on Amazon. Anyway, I procured the ebook and I have it, but the thing is, I got started. I read the first chapter. The first thing, the chapters were long, really long, and the second thing is that you need to be in a certain mood to read the book, and I was not in that mood in November. So it is a bit on the slower side, a bit of a character study, a bit, like you have to uh, think and introspect a lot, and that kind of a book. So in November, I was like, I need fast paced books, and yeah, I was not in the mood for that. So next year, I'm thinking maybe in January or in February, I will give the book another shot, and yeah, so we'll move on to the next one. So the next one is Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I have the book over there. Again, I'm too lazy to take out the book and show you guys. So Assassin's Apprentice, if you have seen my last video, it's one of the series that I want to start in 2023, and I am starting the first book in January. So yeah, can't wait. So next we have Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. So if you guys haven't, maybe, I don't think I've talked about Malice, The Faithful and the Fallen a lot on this channel, which I need to remedy because it's a hell of a series. and I read that this year, and it's now one of my all-time favorites. And John Gwynne is one of my all-time favorite authors right now. So I really want to. I've heard nothing but good things about this series, Shadow of the Gods. I don't remember the name of the series. So Bloodstone or Bloodborne or okay, let's not try to butcher the name of the series. So yeah, I want to read more John Gwynne, and if people are saying that it's better than Malice, then yeah, like my interest is peaked, and I really need to read the book. So that was Shadow of the Gods. Next we have Station 11. Station 11 is over there in the cupboard, which again, too lazy. I'm too lazy. So Station 11, I started reading it in 2021, early 2021, and I was like, yeah, no, this is not doing it for me right now. I'll read it later, and that later hasn't come yet. I don't know when it will come. So I don't want to DNF the book. I Okay, so I have this habit of, like reading a book, the first two chapters or three chapters, and then thinking this is not the right time for me to read the book, and I put it down and I never go back to the book. And I have soft DNF so many books. I think I should make a video on that. So this is one of those books, and I really need to prioritize it next year. And yeah, maybe in spring. It's a good book for the spring, I think. For some reason I associate books with seasons, and I feel that Station 11 will go well with March, February or March. Anyway, that is Station 11. Next, we have Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch. Again, it's there in the cupboard. So, my books are scattered around. Half and like one fourth is here, one fourth is there, some is over there, rest are upstairs. So, it's a bit chaotic, but I manage. So, Lies of Locke Lamora. Lies of Locke Lamora, I read the first 100 pages. I put it down and I never got back to it, which it was not like I was hating the book, but again, I needed to be in a certain mood to read the book, and at that point, I was not in that mood, and that mood has not arrived, and I have so many other books to read, and so many. I mean, I get distracted by shiny new books a lot, and that's what happened with Lies of Locke Lamora, because I have so many other books to read. I was like, okay, I read it next month, and next month I was like, okay, I have so many books to read. I'll read it next month, and the next month never came. So I need to read it, next year for sure, because I own the book. If it had been an ebook, I would have been like, okay, like I'll come to it later, something like that. But it's a physical copy, and I really need to prioritize my physical TBR, next year over the other ebooks that I have. So, yeah. Next, we have The Grace of Kings. The Grace of Kings I have over there. I take a drink every time I say the book is over there and I'm too lazy. Okay, actually, no, don't do that, because alcohol poisoning is not a pleasant thing. So, yeah. Grace of Kings, I got the book few months ago, and I have seen people. It's not as popular as other books on my list, like Jade City or Lies of Locke Lamora, all those books. But in the last few months, I've seen a lot of people read the book and absolutely love it. And I'm like, FOMO. Like, I have serious FOMO issues, like fear of missing out issues. Like, I'm like, I need to be, I need to have the knowledge to take part in all the discussions occurring around this book, and that's why I need to read the book. And also, the book, it sounds really amazing, and I'm like, like, why not read it and find out what happens. So anyway, I'll it's already on my list for next year if you have seen the other video that I made. So yeah, sorry. Grace of Kings. Next we have Name of the Wind. Name of the Wind. Okay, so these are the books, the popular books that I haven't read, but not necessarily I want to read. So Name of the Wind is something like that. It is a very popular book, but I don't really feel that pull. I don't think that it's gonna be for me. And I want you guys to comment down below if you have read Name of the Wind. Do you think it is for me? Because I don't really like what books with very deeper meaning or literary writing, or like uh, beautiful prose and all that stuff. I like more straightforward John Gwynne kind of action packed stuff. Not like I only like that kind of stuff. I can like beautifully written books also. But I don't know, for some reason I feel Name of the Wind, I won't jive with the book. And let me know in the comments if you think that I should still give the book a try, because I was kind of lukewarm about Hyperion before I got to it. I was like, this is a classic fantasy. I am too like I am not smart enough to read this book and understand what is going on. But when I read the book, I absolutely fell in love with the book, and I was like, okay, this was the best decision of my life to read the book. And yeah, I want. So after that, I'm like, okay, should I do a video on books that scare me but I need to read? Uh, because yeah, Hyperion scared me a lot, but I read it and I loved it. So things that scare me, I mean, one author that I find really scary is Ursula Le Guin. I think I'm saying the name okay. I hope said it okay. Uh, anyway, I'll put up the name here if you had if I mispronounce the name or something like that. So that is one author. I read Left Hand of Darkness. I DNF'd the book at 30%, I think. And after that, I'm like, no, I don't want to read anything by her. So yeah, I think I should make a video on books that scare me, and so that you guys can force me to read it, and like I'll find maybe a new favorite from that list. So glass half full. So yeah, we come to an end of our list. So I just wanted to give a shout out to my notebook. This is a lifesaver because I film on my phone, and I can't read from my phone or anything like that. So I write down everything that I have to uh talk about, book lists, script and everything. So I write them down, and yeah, I consult it while doing the video. So yeah, big shout out to my handy dandy notebook. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you guys